Okay, Don, the guys are building next door here, but you'll hear me, I hope. So these are raspberries. There's the trellis. These are raspberries. This is that little bench. And here's the path. See, there's some tiles marking, kind of like marking out where the path would go. There's all raspberry bushes there. Some of these I just transplanted. This is that patch on the right. And these are the tiles to kind of highlighting the path, walking back. These are put in some new plants that I transplanted over here. This is the area that I need some ground cover. There's the chair. More raspberries here. Some recently transplanted. And then a nice upgrade here into the center thing. A couple of raspberry plants there and leeks. This is undercover here. This is that bed that was mostly sand. Now I've covered this section with leaves last year or 2 years ago. And then up into the upper bed. There's one blueberry. There's the other one in the corner. Hard to see against the thing, but that's it right there. Right there. And I planted peas along this fence. More raspberries here. Out onto this bench. And my composting situation. All this straw I dug up out of the garden. I'm going to lay it down. Something. Okay, there you go. This is an amazing thing. I'm in the backyard looking at my raspberries. These are not my raspberries. These are my neighbor John's raspberries. John's been real busy and he has not weeded his garden at all. And there are millions of raspberries everywhere. And they're ripe, many of them very ripe. And it goes all the way down this fence. Raspberries, raspberries. Down. All these are raspberries. And just loaded with them. And he's just all intertwined with those vines, and there's something to be said here. He's got a great raspberry production. But then over here, there's my weed trellis. We're coming over to my place. This is John's backyard. This is the composting place. We do our shredding, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with all this stone and rock that came from the front porch process. All of this sort of greenery and brownery is a little bit of earth on top of concrete. So as you look back from that pail there on the left all the way across, the backyard is concrete all the way back to the fence, and you see there's all that green. There's my compost bin, little fire pit, a couple of chairs, nice big rock for a seat, doing some water in here. Looking back, this is the grape arbor. I used another word for that structure, I can't think of it now. Anyways, the grapes are there, lots of nice grapes. Except the birds eat them, all of them. If we go in here, you'll see there's the sign. And over here, when you come down my walkway, you'd see that sign. Some wood sculpture thing. Bird bath. Needs to be cleaned. And these are raspberries. These are my raspberries, and I've been weeding, and there are berries, and I'm taking them out of there, and they're very good. But there's like essentially no weeds. Well, not no weeds, but you know, they're not. There's a big amaranth there. So anyway, you see, if you look back at the little bit that I did about John's garden, these things are just crazy with berries. You know, and here I've spent all this time. I think mine are going to come around here pretty quick. They're just like a week behind that, John's berries. So these are raspberries, and as you see, that a lot of these are new plants, and a lot of this was a rebuild, because the garden had really gotten neglected, and I really dug it up. So anyway, this is going down. This is on top of earth. This ground goes down as far as it goes. And then there's this little stone wall. This enters raised beds. So there's a raised bed here, and there's, looking back, raspberries here, a few raspberries there. Fennel growing, some weeds, nice weeds. This whole section was sand a long time ago, and it, I put coffee grounds and cat litter and God knows what in here. And over the years, it's turned into an actual platform of probably 6 or 8 inches deep, maybe as much as a foot in some places. And here's raspberry bushes. Once again, a lot of new plants in there, so they're not bearing fruit this year, but next year, I'm sure mine's going to look better. Here is some more raspberries and some leeks, some giant leeks, some tomatoes. And over there is a blueberry bush, which is not really all that happy here. Another blueberry bush back there. There's a few berry plants around here, but this is going to get cleaned up. Some sweet peas that did not take off like I hoped. And I replaced the wooden wall there, and I'm replacing it with stones that I've excavated from in front of the house. There again is the trellis. We come back here to this little stone walkway. Raspberries here, these are the ones from the other side. And as you see, I've put dirt down, composted stuff, and I'm trying to grow whatever wants to grow there, something green. There's the garden. This is the Urban Blight Farm, signing off.